You are about to watch a clip from the latest episode of the Swingman podcast. You can find the podcast across all platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Drop us a follow over there. Enjoy the clip. The UK's current fast food and table restaurants.
We're going to be about half an hour.
Nah.
Are you sure about that?
There's not loads here. So, and some of these we won't have been to. But what we're going to do is I'm going to say the brand that's at the bottom, and then we're going to see where we are. And again, like normally, we'll go on that demographic. I'll set it up for the YouTube. So hold on a second. Right, here we go. This is going to be our UK fast food tier list of what we've got here. Some of these I wouldn't even describe as fast food, but here at the Swingman podcast, we're going to rank them for you, and you're going to thank us later. If you disagree, put it in the comments down below. Anyway, let's get started. Beefeater. I can't remember the last time I went to a Beefeater, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I've never been to
but if I'm honest,
I've also never been.
Oh, we've never been, so we're gonna just whack that there.
Well, if you've been, I trust your opinion. So, I don't
it's like
opinion, actually, because that will come back and bite me when we argue on something else.
It's like a bland harvester. Is what I'd say. It's like sort of, the sort of like quick pub food that isn't a pub, like that sort of thing.
We're setting the precedent for harvester.
If Brewers Fair is the exact same.
If that's how you're describing it, I think I'll put it down, to be honest.
Brewers Fair, I would say, is arguably worse than Beefeater anyway, so I'd put it there. They're the same sort of ilk.
Also never had.
We'll whack it there for now, and then we'll see how it goes. Burger King, where are we feeling? I don't think anyone's putting Burger King best of the best, though, are they?
I'd put it in average. It's all right.
I'd put it in average. Average is where BK lives.
My opinion on Burger King will always remain that I think their burgers are better than McDonald's, but I think everything else is so much worse.
It's worse. I agree. The saving grace for Burger King is when I'm off for United, they've always got Fanta Frozens now at Burger King, and that is something that is, they're acting that little niche market. Chop Wok. Not only have I never been, I've never seen a Chop Wok
heard of
ever.
That. Yeah, I've also never.
If anyone is watching this and you're from the UK and you've seen a Chop Wok, please let me know where you live, because I just like the town, because I want to see like where they exist, because we're in London and we've never seen them. Creams. I've been to a cream once and I didn't even get like an ice cream or something for it. So I think I'd rather eat at home than go to a cream. But I imagine the waffles are still good, but I'm never going out and be like, I want a waffle and ice cream.
I'm not a dessert person, really.
I've never been creams either, so I don't know.
You never been? I've been. I'm just not a fan of dessert restaurants. I don't really get them personally.
I don't get the niche, no. Are you more of a starter than dessert person? Because I'm definitely more a starter than dessert person.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm more a dessert than starter person, but I wouldn't go out for a dessert. That's the weirder thing. Domino's.
Oh.
Right, I think we have a limit to how many go best of the best. Should we do 3 or 5?
Do you want me to throw out a controversial? Actually, it's not even controversial, but I'll throw this out there. I personally wouldn't put any pizza takeaway place like a Domino's or a Papa John's in best of the best. I just don't.
Oh no, neither would I. But I'm saying just for reference, should we have like a limit, or should we just see how we go right now?
We'll see how we go.
We'll see how we go. Yeah.
I would have Domino's here though. I wouldn't have it in the same level.
Yeah, it's decent. I basically have. I know this is also controversial, and we'll get to this later. I personally think the 3 big pizza chains, they're basically all about the same. I really don't think there's much.
I think so, generally.
I disagree wholeheartedly with that fundamental statement. Ed's Diner, I'd put as an average meal. It's quite expensive for what it is, but it's an average meal, I'd say.
It's still going
for how much it costs. Yeah, it's still going. There's one over at Lakeside.
It's closed. It's closed.
Well, is that closed?
No, Lakeside is, but...
Well, you never know. I think there's one at Blue Water. I'm sure there's one at Blue Water. I think it is slowly dying. I think it's slowly dying out, though. I will say. I think it's going to be like. Do you know? We'll skip to them now. I think it's going to be like your Frankie and Benny's, of which the only one of them I know is at the O2 in London.
That was okay though.
Benny's in a while.
I think that was okay actually.
But was it?
Well, no.
Was it not just
I
quite
mean,
bland,
it's all
average
relative,
food?
isn't it?
It is all relative.
Yeah.
Like, I think for the idea of a sit-down meal in an Italian restaurant, of which this is meant to be, I thought it was quite average food.
I mean, let's be honest, Frankfurt Betty's is not meant to be an Italian restaurant. It's an American diner that serves some Italian American food.
Yeah, all
Like,
right. Okay, it's an
what it
American
is.
Italian. It's an American Italian. Okay, fair enough. Then you got me there.
I do think I'm just looking at the tiers on this now. I do think we're going to have a problem where we're going to be putting most of them in average or good. I think
That's fine.
having
Though.
one
That's what most
barely-
things average
But,
out.
but
to.
that's what this tier list is for. We are
Yeah.
sorting these out for the people because they are confused at where to go to for their eats. Is what we're doing right now. Five Guys. I'm going to hear your opinions first.
I would put it in good eats for now, but personally, I could be persuaded to put Five Guys in best of the best.
I think it is best of the best. Yeah, I'm just thinking of it of everything here. I think it's probably the thing that I would want to eat the most. So, in that case, best of the best, I guess.
Right now,
I know you're not going to agree.
No.
Okay.
I do like a Five Guys, but there is one on here that I prefer more. But we'll get to that debate when we cross that. GBK, I would put as an average meal. I think
I quite
there
like
are nice
GBK.
things on that menu. I like
Yeah.
GBK. Like they had what was it? They had like a pancake. The onion rings they do at GBK are unbelievable.
Oh yeah, really good.
They're so
Yeah,
good. The pancake onion rings, but
The problem with putting GBK in this sort of list is you then look at it and you think you've got it next to Burger King, and GBK is, I'm not gonna lie, the burgers are much better than Burger King.
they
So
are. But they're more
put-
expensive though. Well, to be fair, they're not actually that
Yeah,
more expensive, but they
I
are.
would put
expensive.
GBK in, even though I'm not I like GBK, I don't think it's great, but I would put it into good eats just because I think it's better than Burger King. I can't.
I would agree. I think it's a good eats as well.
We'll put it in good eats then. I'm going to upset a lot of people here, I feel, but I'm going to do that.
I agree.
I'd put it in average. I think. Do you know what? I think Greg's gets overhated because it's one of those things where it's
Overhated? You think Greg's gets overhated?
Yeah,
I think
no,
Greg's gets
listen.
too much
So,
hype.
so listen to. I'm going to go through the process. So basically, I was
Right,
watching
Billy.
something of it was a couple of Americans talking about Greg's, and someone was saying it was like, oh, I went and it was there was so much hype and it was just whatever really. And I think the issue with Greg's is it's such a cult classic that people. I think there's another thing on this list that suffers from this, but I do think it's
How
better than Greg's.
these tier lists are for speed. We don't have time for
Yeah,
hypothetical
okay. Let me
Greg's. We
quickly
need to-
say it gets overhyped to the cult classic, so that people make it out to be more than it is. When if you just accept it for what it is, which is a nice little place to just go grab a sausage roll or a steak bake or just having lunch. It is
fundamentally, unless you're going there for a sausage roll, a steak bake, or a sausage bean and cheese melt, it's average bland food. And even
We are
then,
Southern.
they're
I'd
pretty.
put it in average.
Even then, those three are average bland foods. They're good, but they are bland.
We are
foods.
Southern,
They
man. We are Southern.
We
have
are
to
Southern,
make it-
but it's more the point. Like, they are just bland. A sausage roll is pretty much a bland food. Let's be honest.
If we
Yeah,
put
but I
Brett
still
above-
love a sausage roll, so I would
If
put it
we
in
put-
average. I've gone to Greg's more than most of the things on this list, so that's
Yeah, but that's because it's just the easiest, and there's 4.5 million of them in the country.
But that's why it's great average food.
Ooh,
Right,
Harvest
I'd
is
have
low
Harvested,
there.
I'd have harvested rather eat at home. I think it's bang average food,
Oh, yeah,
and
bang
it's like
average,
not
yeah.
cheap, and it's not cheap at all. It's not like it's a good deal. You will spend 15
Like a
to
salad
20
bar,
quid on a
though.
meal
Does that
there.
not push it up?
Yeah, but the salad bar's not even good anymore. It's all like half the stuff's normally missing.
I feel like that's the argument with Harvester every time. It's if you didn't have a salad bar, no one would go.
Yeah, I've never been to a Hungry Horse, nor have I
No.
been to a. I don't even know what that is. I think that's just
Casper's?
Casper's desserts.
Yeah, so yeah. I know it. I've never been there.
Is it just like a creams? I
Yeah,
assume?
it's
I
exactly
assume
the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
KFC, I'd have here.
I think it's
Good eat.
average personally, but
Oh,
I would have KFC and good eats. I feel like
don't you have
can,
KFC every time you go Arsenal?
nah.
Oh no, you have Greek
I
food
think-
now. Going Greek, don't you? Yeah.
KFC is one of the takeaways where you can feel truly disgusting eating it, and
Yeah.
it's so oily and so greasy. But I do actually just really like the taste
It-
of it.
my-
So
my-
in terms of takeaways, so I would have it in good eats.
Where are we putting
My
it?
view-
Where are we putting it?
Good eats is fine. My view is tainted because I've just felt a bit ill after KFC on a few occasions. So.
The thing is I'd rather have those three over a KFC.
Yeah,
So
so
I'd always
it's
be
an
tempted to do
order.
that.
Okay.
I'm not even.
I'm not sure.
I'll leave it there
about
for now. We'll adjust it at the end, but I'll put it there. Considering Louis, I'm not sure, so I'll put it there. I'm going to put McDonald's in best of the best. And I'm not hearing any arguments from that.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
is the GOAT.
People like to go against it because it's just the main one everyone goes to. But at the end of the day, there's a reason it's the main one everyone goes to.
Yeah. I also think this is overhyped, but unfortunately, it does live there.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about before with the Greggs one. I think this suffers from the same cult classic overhype, and maybe obviously where we're all from is Nando's country. Let's be honest. So we're going to push it up further. But I would also put it there just because it's a comfort thing, but
it is.
It never lets you down.
Slowly,
it never lets you down.
It's slyly getting quite over expensive for what it is that
Oh, definitely.
And Nando's now is like 20 quid for what it used to be, where you could get like a little butterfly chicken, spicy rice and garlic bread for sort of 12 quid with a drink. Now you're looking at 20 quid and they're taking the mickey with it. I feel a little bit here.
I agree.
Papa John's I think is an average meal. I know it's better than Domino's, so I'll put it below.
I think it's the exact. Well, it's not the exact same.
They're not the exact same
level.
We have preferences though. Oh, I like Pizza Express.
Yeah, I still think they're in the same tier.
I like Pizza Express. Pizza Express is a good eat, I think. Their pizzas are always good.
I prefer that type of pizza to the heavy takeaways, so I would have it.
I'm going to put Pizza Hut in here because I think when you go into a Pizza Hut, it's actually much better than it is takeaway. So I don't think they're that bad.
Of the American style pizza places, which is obviously Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, obviously it gets the benefit of being an in-house restaurant, and usually you expect a jump in quality there.
Yeah.
But of the American style ones, I think it does it the best.
I think it's pretty decent for what it is. So I'm happy for it to live. I think there is a fall off between Papa John's and the other two. I think those two are decent, but that's that.
Yeah, I don't care enough to distinguish between.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. If you feel so strongly about it, I'm not that bothered because once again, like all pizza places are all right.
If you're from any part of Northern England and you see what I'm about to do, please do write into us at Swingman Pod on Twitter with your complaints. But Pret food is better than Greggs food. It just is. I won't hear otherwise.
Just sandwiches.
It's not. Nah, but they've got sandwiches. They've got the hot food, the hot spicy meatball rub, the coffee. The drinks are clear. The coffee is rubbish. Yeah. But in general, and then all the little pastries and stuff they got, they're better than the crappy. Yum Yum is pretty elite from Greggs though.
I think the pastries from Pret are very much whatever. I'll be honest, but the little baguettes they do are actually very nice. So I will say, as the only person who has lived over London. Out of the three of us, obviously I have to back my boys and put Greggs up into average as well. But
a Greggs breakfast is better. A Greggs breakfast is better, but for lunch and anything else, I will stand on Pret.
All right. Well, I will have to disagree there.
Prezzo, I'll put as an average meal.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'd rather go to Pizza Express than a Prezzo. So.
Once again, I do think they're about the same level, so I would just
but it's just slight differences between them.
I don't think it's enough to move it into a different tier though. Is the only thing I'd like.
Shake Shack, I'd put in good eat. I'm not going to go for the debate on Five Guys with Shake Shack, but I think Shake Shack is clear of all of those in average meal, and I'm not hearing that.
So we have argued Five Guys, Shake Shack to the ends of the earth between the three of us. But once again, it is the case. It is the case of I see Burger King in average. And it would be doing Shake Shack a disservice to put it on the same level. I would also say, when it comes to getting chicken or fried chicken from a takeaway place, Shake Shack's is surprisingly really nice. I actually prefer it to the burgers. So
look, when we argue about Five Guys and Shake Shack, I'm happy to go either place. It truly is that Rio Ferdinand clip of just enjoy them both. You know that one. It really is that. But it's just sort of where you decide for it. No, I don't think. But I mean, we're going to go down that route forever.
Average.
Subway's a
It's always usually bland to average.
I don't think it's that bad. I'm picking a Subway over a Greggs.
Subway breakfast is terrible. I had it
You
when
get
we went to
Subway
the
for
wedding,
breakfast.
and it was
We,
so
we've
bad.
had when we
It
if we
was
got
so
an early,
bad.
if we have an early kickoff, we'll get a Subway breakfast normally.
That
at
is
United. And
criminal.
you get the mega melt that you
No,
get from
yeah.
there, and the mega melt's not bad. It's the hash browns that are terrible. That's their issue.
No. It's all terrible. When you say we usually
Right,
get it, I
okay.
go once. I'm never getting this breakfast again.
What
I'll just
is
get the
that?
sandwich.
What is that? You just put in there?
Table is like another. It's
Yeah,
like a
I don't
pub that it's like a chain that takes over pubs, and then they just do their own sort
I
of
see.
thing with it. But again, it's just like genuinely, I'd rather eat at home than there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going. I do want to go for a pub grub on a Friday night. Like it's not even good. Like when you think of English pub grub, it's not that. You want independent pub food when you talk about that. TGI is a hard one. Average meal, good eats is where I think it lives.
I think I would put it in good eats because I do actually quite enjoy it. I do think it's too expensive, but I think there's a lot of stuff on the menu, and I do think a lot of it is quite nice. Do you remember the big burger? The big burger one of our friends had at the I can't remember where we were going to see at that stage.
If you had lactose intolerance, well, we was going to see Kendrick Lamar. I think that was it. If you had lactose intolerance and you ordered that bad boy, that came with about 4 deep fried mozzarella sticks and a halloumi burger and then normal burgers in it. It is expensive. The ribs are good. But yeah, I think ultimately at the O2 on an event night, TGI Fridays becomes like Gaucho steak money is what happens to it. But yeah.
Yeah, I do think we're currently seeing the issue I was saying before where you need something along with average and good eats because I think we're bunching a lot in together here.
If we could have a new tier for basic bitch white girl, this is where this would live. But I think Wagamama's is a pretty average meal. I think it's quite overhyped.
You know what? I had Wagamama's for the first time in about a decade 2 days ago, and I had
a decade
from there. Yeah, genuinely, I have not gone to Wagamama's apart from 2 days.
Is Wagamama's an American thing as well?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Is there Waggers in America? I don't think there is.
I will say Wagamama's. I will say
I talked about Nando's country, where we are. Wagamama's is another one that's probably most popular where we are. So
Waggers has gone down, I think, as a Wagamama. I think it used to be better, and I think it's gone down. And it's also, again, it's like insanely expensive for what it is. I think Wagamama.
It is expensive. I'm not gonna lie. From what once again, I've had it 2 times in 10 years, so I can't really comment. But the one I had the other day was pretty nice, so I put it in good eat.
Next one is rather at home, 100%.
It's better than these, though. I'd rather eat at Wetherspoons than any of these.
I'd rather eat Harvester than Wetherspoons.
I don't think I would. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I would. I'm happy for it to live there. I'm not going to berate it, but
I would pretty much never go to a Spoons to
unless you're in the airport.
Like for the purpose of eating food, I'm literally going to get a drink.
Where you have no other choice, Wetherspoons is all right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
yeah, agreed. Yeah, there you go. Wimpy.
It's not that. I can't have a Wimpy. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm having a Wimpy above all of them. But I'm having all of them above a Wimpy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put Wimpy below Burger King. I can't lie. Wimpy food is just nicer than Burger King food. Well, once again, this is the issue with the tiers because
I don't think that is. I think Wimpy food. I think a Wimpy milkshake's all right, but if you're telling me that you're taking a Bender bun over a double bacon egg and cheeseburger,
well, I'm not getting a Bender bun. That's why. But I just do think
the fact that it's on the menu is enough for me.
Like I would go Wimpy over Red Diner easily.
I actually just need to take
have them in the same tier.
I need to take one because it's probably going to be a lot of people watching it. Well, not unfortunately, there's probably not
millions,
but the millions that are watching on this video right now. But more the point, there's going to be a high percentage of the people watching this when we're talking about a Bender bun or a Bender burger that don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, it's true.
So let me find an image of it. This is what a Bender burger is. It is a hot dog that is cut. Well, it's a Frankfurter. It's a hot dog cut in slices, so it goes in a circle, and then it is on a bed of grilled onions with a soggy bun because it will never be hard. And it is just
in the middle of it.
I think that's just tomato ketchup on top of it, mate. I think it's just ketchup on it, mate.
Okay.
And Wimpy is like the definition of, I would say, mid, apart from the milkshakes.
Yeah, but my point is, you said it's the definition of mid, but you haven't put it in average, which is mid.
Yeah, but I think that is the middle tier. Yeah, that is literally the middle tier of all.
Yeah.
Well, what I'll say is, I would go Wimpy over Burger King, Ed's Diner, and Subway. So.
Oh, I won't go Wimpy over an Ed's. I'm picking an Ed's.
Nah,
But anyway, Yo Sushi. Where are we going with that?
I've never had Yo
I can't-
Sushi actually.
I think I've had it takeaway once. I've never sat down on the conveyor belt for it, which is a
I
shame
can't
because I
imagine
want to
it's
do
really
that, but-
nice. I can't imagine
No,
it's
I can't
really nice,
imagine
but
it's
it's
really nice
probably like wimpy
average.
level.
It's expensive. It's expensive. I'll say that.
Okay,
But
all right.
It's not average.
It's the same price as a Wagamama.
It depending on what you get, but I would say the average meal someone gets from Yo Sushi is more expensive than a Wagamama's. But I will say it for the cuisine it is. It's not average for the cuisine, but for this list, I would just put it in average.
Okay. ZZ, I would
don't
put
know.
that in average.
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah.
I'm happy to leave that there then. And Miller and Carter, the only one
That's
we know.
just such a
Sunk.
different vibe to everything else in
It's
here. I
such a
can't
different
lie.
vibe that's it. Miller and Carter
good
is
eats.
different money.
It's good
It's
eats,
good
I
eats
think.
though. It is a good eat. If you go Miller and Carter,
alright.
you are
Yeah,
coming
it's
away with
alright.
a happy belly. Right? How are we adjusting this? Do we think that this needs to go up like that?
I
think
alright, so I think I've probably got the most that I would change about it. So can I list off what I would do, and then you two can
Oh,
maybe...
I'll put this back
just
and then we'll go.
it.
Right, go on.
Right, so I would put Five Guys in the best. I would
Right.
put
I agree.
KFC. I would put KFC in good,
Right.
and I personally, this one you won't agree with. That's fine. I would move Greggs and Wimpy up, and I would move Subway down personally.
I would rather have
Louis, how
Subway
you
than
feel?
Greggs. I'd rather have
Yeah,
Subway
Yeah,
than Greggs.
I'm rather having a Subway than
I just
Greggs.
thought
I'm
I'd
fine
throw
with
a bunch
Wimpy.
of
I don't really
them
care that much about Wimpy, if I'm brutally honest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna plant my flag and die on the Wimpy one. I would rather have, if the thing is as well as I have found myself recently where I've gone to a Five Guys before a Shake Shack, and at Lakeside now there is the choice of the two of them. If you go over there, there is one. They're literally opposite each other now, and I will accept that the Five Guys burger might be better, but I'm not. I'm dying on the hill that the chips are better at Shake Shack, and I don't even care.
The chips are absolutely not better than Five Guys chips.
No, they're
That
better.
is
They're
criminal.
crispy. They're not.
People
they're
see
not-
crinkle cut and it goes to their head. No.
No, but they're crispy.
The amount, if it's not the quality, the volume of chips you get from Five Guys should
Yeah,
surely
you
put-
just get too many from Five Guys.
You don't even get that many anymore. I guarantee you, the next time you get one, the next time you get an average order, not even like a small, if you just get a regular order of fries at Five Guys, where there was the whole meme where you'd get the cupful and then a bag, genuinely you won't even get that much now. It is not that much.
I roll out of Five Guys. I can't lie. I don't
Yeah,
think I
alright,
did too
well,
long ago, and I am.
The secret menu hack I have
Full.
at Five Guys does change everything in this scenario here.
Well,
To be honest, it is different floats for different boats. It is the day I'm feeling
Yeah,
what I want.
I
as a
will
Shake
say-
Shack or Five. The drinks are better at Shake Shack as well. They are better.
yeah.
If you want to move one down from average after that change, I think maybe we should, because it is heavier than the one underneath by quite some way. So I'll leave you two to move one down. And to be
If
honest,
one of
I'll
them's
move
moving
Wimpy
down,
up.
though,
so
it's
it's
just
going
really-
down. Yeah, I don't know what I've said.
Wimpy's quite bland food, I think. It just is. There's nothing that's flavourful. Wimpy.
I think
It's just-
Pret's
It's
bland,
just,
but you
it's just
know,
basically the same as a Burger King, but better.
I think
better
Pret
quality,
and
better
Greggs are on the
milkshake.
same level, and I don't really care
That's-
about that much.
I
but-
don't really care. I can live with it there, so it does look. It's a bit prettier in that regard. But
I mean, these are all good places, so it makes sense we got more good eats. This is junk food. It's meant to be
yeah,
nice.
it is true. Right there, it
Not
is.
nice, but
There's the screenshot for when we eventually do the post. Here is our tier list of UK fast food eats, and this part of the podcast was longer than the basketball part, so the purists are going to be fuming. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up there. If you're still watching us here at 46 minutes after we've spoken about fast food, please consider hitting that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, let us know your comments in the section down below. And yeah, I was gonna wrap that one up there, but I'm on the wrong screen. I'm gonna end it up there. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next podcast.